Sickle cell anemia is an inherited blood disorder that affects people of many ethnicities, but is most common in people of African and Caribbean descent. Unlike cancer, heart disease are more commonly known disorders. The awareness around sickle cell is desperately lacking, and sufferers like Delo often go unnoticed. So what's your regular 9 to 5 job?
That's I'm a youth worker. Basically, I work with young people between ages of 16 to 20, helping them to find basically they live there in the building, and we help them to move on. They do shift work.
So how's your personal field affected?
The thing about shift work is it gives me a bit more freedom than doing a 9 to 5. So I often in a week will often get a day or a day's broken up gaps between the next shift. And I find that with my condition, I find that it's very, very important. I've done 9 to 5s, and that can be quite difficult for me to do it from Monday to Friday. I've tended to have been ill before because of putting a lot of pressure on myself. So shift work works well for me, and also works well as having understanding management as well. I always make sure that they know in any job I take that my condition is at the very beginning. So it works better for me in this way. Yeah.
So when did you first become aware you had sickle cell?
My parents became aware because they had to talk to a consultant. So I believe it'd been through the GP first. And so the consultant shared what this condition was about. And so it was very much early before the ages of 10, because I definitely had about basically the condition caused me to be hospitalized. So I believe we knew about it before then, because they tested through blood tests. I believe we knew about it before my first episode. That's because from there my mum went to regular meetings, the Sickle Cell and Thalassemia Society. So she made herself a regular every month, I think it was, the meetings. And so I had to go as well. So yeah, we made ourselves aware very early on.
Sickle cell disease is a group of inherited blood disorders that cause red blood cells to become sickle-shaped and rigid. This makes them less able to move through blood vessels, which can lead to pain, organ damage, and other serious complications. Sickle cell disease is caused by a genetic defect that results in abnormal hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Both parents must either have sickle cell disease or sickle cell trait for their child to inherit sickle cell disease. In terms of maintenance, do you take regular medication?
Yes, I do. I have to take, each day I have to take a certain amount, but some of them I can actually do. Yeah, let me show you. Here's the medication cupboard. That's what I like to call it. As you can see, I got two shelves of medication, right? But not all of them I have to take every day. I take penicillin, which is basically an antibiotic. I take that every day. Because I take it so regularly, I don't actually have a container for it. I've poured it out into another container. It was easier for me to use. I find it easier. But I have other medications to use as and when I need them. For instance, of course, is your paracetamol, ibuprofen. That's in most people's cupboards. In powerful pain, then I have a strong painkiller called oxycodone. So that's to take when I'm in really serious pain. And because of that, because the strength of this, a lot of these other medications are to counteract the side effects of this one. Yeah. For instance, this Senna is like to help fight against the constipation that this causes, and also sodium doxycycline is also to fight against the constipation that the oxycodone causes. Now, calcium is for this to fight, well, basically to strengthen calcium. So it's something that anyone could take. That's very necessary, strong bones, as you can imagine. And also, there's another one, the more vetting. This also is to help with stomach and bowels. So the painkiller, for instance, I have to take this as and when needed, but maximum 4 times in a day, oxycodone. So when I'm in serious pain, and if that doesn't cut it, then unfortunately it means an ambulance has to be called or I have to go into hospital. The sickle cell affected my life in so many ways back then when I was younger, in the sense that it made me more determined to keep a regular, what I perceived as a normal lifestyle. Yeah, so it made me more doubly fired up to live a life like other people. But the reality and what happened is the reality kept pushing me back. Yeah, so I would want to, for instance, go swimming with it or go the children at school. So I did that, and what happened is I ended up getting one of the worst crises that I'd had at the time. So I was hospitalized maybe a week or 2, can't remember. But after that, like for instance, when I say it would push me back, my parents got the note to say that I wouldn't have to go to any more swimming after that. And it was the same for other exercises, other things in school not to participate in. So as I said, I would want to do everything that I perceived other people doing, but then it would sometimes push me back. That's why I know it's there and I'm conscious of it and that it's impact on me, but I'm always want to still achieve. I would still refuse to let it be an excuse, and just continue to live my life, enjoy my life, and have my goals that I've set, and just continue to drive forward and to want to live my life and enjoy it, so married, and then job, starting self-employed, start my own business, and just to live my life how I want to, and not to let the sickle cell be an excuse to stop me.
So what made you want to be a life coach?
Oh, that's an easy one. I haven't been born with sickle cell. I just wanted to share the resilience that I've developed for the challenges that I've faced. I wanted to use them as a foundation for my life coaching. I wanted to touch people in similar situations. Facing sickle cell each day has given me the courage to face more and to share my increased faith in myself. I am building a profile on the websites and on social media, and each day I put out posts, on a regular basis I put out posts of encouragement to lift people up, and the idea is to reach people around the world who also may be facing similar challenges or other conditions, physical or mental health. And the idea is to lift them up and to let them know that they can contact me and I can work with them. And that thought of working hand in hand and then helping someone to overcome their own barriers, helping someone to overcome their own challenges, that really that to me that is a life worth living, and I believe we must have live our life for what we're put here for, and that is why I want to be a life coach, whether I have sickle cell or without it. I found that over time it was seeming to have an impact on the young people specifically. They were connecting it with increased anxiety. How confident are you that you're totally in control? How confident are you right now that I can stop that easy tomorrow? But the idea is that I'll keep on trying to do better, do more. I'm trying to balance it so it doesn't take me out, end up in a hospital even more. And so I take the steps necessary. I drink more, and I keep myself warm. And there's so many other steps that then I utilize them to try and keep myself going, so that I don't have to end up continually getting hospitalized, because that causes more frustration for me, and because that means I have to stop.
A sickle cell crisis is a painful episode that occurs when red blood cells change shape and block blood vessels. This prevents oxygen from reaching organ and tissues, which can cause severe pain and other complications.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Awesome. Bless you. Yes, cool. It's almost towards the afternoon. I am on the ward in Royal London Hospital, but yeah, don't get confused by my position right now. I feel much better than I was. I can still do this video. Hey, yeah. I'm gonna be out here real soon. I'll just feed this back to you. As you can hear, it's a nice quiet ward. That's one. But the more motivation for me to get out of it. Yeah, love you all. God bless. I'll be continuing my tweets and my YouTube channel, because nothing stops. Take it easy.
The way sickle cell pain particularly works is like for me in the arms. If like I'd use that as an example, it's like a fire, like the idea of fire, just an excruciating agony, like in the arm, and it's just like a throbbing. Sometimes it's throbbing agony, and just refuses to stop, and it's impossible to ignore. Many times it happens in multiple parts of the body, and so you're kind of looking mad, trying to hold every element that's hurting. But the pain itself is like throbbing fire. At that stage, when it's got over 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So this is the impact it can have, and you basically, hospitals usually the only way, and the pain relief may not be able to get rid of the pain completely, but any relief is a blessing, because you can't think, you can't really, every movement, everything you do, and it's dictated by the pain when you're in it. Once that starts, once it's triggered, once you have that, you're in the crisis, you realize that this is the process. You realize that this is not going to stop. And this is a local park. It's just a few minutes from where I live. Literally, although I'm on the main road normally, once you get just a few minutes into this park, you can't hear anything. You can't hear the traffic go by, and I find it's incredibly peaceful. And it's like one of those, that piece, I find I kind of need it, and I find it's very useful for me with my condition. I find that I need that time of quiet. I need that time of and it helps me fight against the stress. And when there's a lot of stress, that's a factor that can cause more sickle crisis in the future. So it's nice to have a peaceful time to spend here, quiet time, just where you're not worrying about anything. Put mobile phone on silent, and so I find it's a very useful place of peace here. Or other parks, there's quite a few parks. I just like parks in general, to be honest, but I find I also get to creative as well. I've noticed that when I'm able to switch off of the day-to-day stresses, I'm also able to be able to write more and be more creative. That's I found out even as a kid actually, I was good at that. Yeah, when it's quiet, definitely difficult when there's a lot of noise. Yeah, so that's one thing the sickle cell can't stop, the creativity. Yeah, so enjoy that. And so the time of quiet I think is important, but I think it's important for everybody, to be fair, but I do definitely need it. There was a possible cures with my sisters. What they tested for was stem cell. Basically, they would have tested them to see if they had this close enough. If their stem cell had this close enough to mine, which what would have happened is they would have basically taken from my other sister and put into me injected the stem cells, which would have then idea been taken over, changed the shape of my own. So basically making sure that as I spoke about earlier, it's the blood cells. They would have made them more produced more blood cells that weren't suffering from the sickle cell condition. So basically, it's a cure where it works, and it's very good. Would have been something that I would look forward to, but unfortunately, they were not close enough. The samples from both sisters was not close enough that we could use for me, so that didn't work. But there's a lot of other treatments out there, and they're still working on other cures. So I'm very confident that very soon in the future there will be a cure that I can use. Yeah, just around the corner from hospital now. Because it's time, so it's the first of exchange, 6 week exchange. Yeah, so they're at Royal London Hospital now. Just in the Uber, but yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll let you know when I get there. I'm in hospital today to have a procedure that I have regularly. It's called an exchange. So let's give you some background. I have a condition called sickle cell, which affects the shape of my blood. One of the things I do to have to help keep the pain that it causes, because it causes a lot of pain and a lot of other conditions, a lot of other consequences of the condition. So one of the things that we do to treat it is to have blood exchange. What that means is they will give me about 9 pints of blood in one arm, and then 9 pints of blood will be taken out of another arm. Now normally I would just have it through cannula, the nurse will cannula my arm, and the other arm can in both arms. Blood coming in one, blood coming in and out another, and I often feel like a cow being milked, well, also suckling. Well, best analogy I can come up with. I'm over 40 now, and I was told like I wasn't supposed to live beyond the age of 30. So I have so emotionally I have an appreciation for life. I enjoy being alive. So on a pretty much daily basis, I'm able to sit up and just say thank God to being alive, to even have this thought. When you have a situation where you're told that you're so many years, over a decade older than you were told you was to be alive, you appreciate I'm using that to appreciate every second. It's important to me, especially even doing this, and it's important to me in doing a life coaching that I do, that I use the life that I have to share with other people, that not just me, that I want to enjoy my life, but that other people can do so as well, no matter what it is that they're going through, that they can reach for the stars, reach for the sky. Yeah, reach for the sky, because like it's important that no matter who you are, that you believe, you just try to do your best, and not let whatever factors there are available, whatever excuses there are available, not let them be an excuse, not let that be the reason that you don't do something. And I won't let it be the reason that I don't do something. I just refuse to let it be the reason that I don't try to be a life coach. I won't let it be the reason that I don't try to write this new book. I don't want to let it be that reason. In fact, if anything, I want to let it be a motivator in my life, and try to use that to encourage and to motivate others. So that is what sickle cell does for me. It's being turned to for good purposes as much as possible, and I'll keep on doing that while I'm alive. People used to use the term when I was in school, like loser, you're a loser, and in my mind, I just think the only time you can ever be a loser is if you stop. So I'm not doing that. I hope the same will be true for you. Take care.